Good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending our first virtual workshop of 2023. My name is Kathy Sinor. I'm the confidential assistant to the Commissioner of Economic Development. I'll be presenting on some of the programs and resources that we have in our office. And we also have our other economic development partners with us today who will be presenting on some of their programs. First off, I'd like to thank them. They include Jeremy Gertz, Project Manager for the Niagara County Industrial Development Agency, Maureen Henderson, Director of the Niagara Small Business Development Center, Tommy Tedesco, who's the Executive Director of the NFC Development Corporation in the City of Niagara Falls. We have Laura Wilson with us, the Executive Director from the Lumber City Development Corporation, Heather Peck, the new President and CEO of the Greater Lockport Development Corporation. And rounding out our panel today is Thomas Tsai, the Coordinator of Economic Development for the Town of Lockport IDA. I want to let you know up front that you don't need to go crazy taking notes. We will be emailing you out this slide deck later today, and it contains active links for all of the contact information for our partners, as well as links to websites and applications for some of the programs. We are also recording this workshop this morning, and we will be posting the recording on our website in the coming days. So that will be an opportunity if you miss something to go back and watch it again. We're going to start off with a few housekeeping items this morning. Just to let you know that you will remain muted throughout the presentation. We encourage you to ask questions. You can do so with the Q&A panel, which is located at the bottom of your screen. Depending on what version you have, sometimes there's 3 dots at the bottom in a circle. You can click on that, and then in the Advanced tab, you can find the Q&A panel. In the event that we're not able to answer all of your questions today, rest assured that we will get back to you with the information that you're looking for. And finally, today is meant to provide an overview for the various programs and resources that are available through local agencies here in Niagara County. And if you want to discuss something in more detail, we'd be happy to meet with you, talk about the programs, and to learn a little bit more about your company. So without further ado, again, my name is Kathy Sinor. I'm with the Department of Economic Development, and I just want to share with you a few of the programs that we have in our office. The first one is the Business Growth and Retention Program. Started in 2000, our goal is to meet with a minimum of 75 companies annually, to reach out to them and to meet with as many of those as possible. We want to keep that line of communication open. And if your business has been around for a long time, chances are at some point you have heard from us. Certainly we realize that COVID had a negative impact on businesses, and we want to help, and there are programs out there to help you get back on your feet. This is a questionnaire that we use when we meet with companies, and there is a link at the bottom that you can access it. Again, if you want to meet with us, we ask that you fill out the questionnaire, send it back into us. It provides us some information on your company, maybe some areas that you feel like you're really doing well in, and maybe some areas that you might need some help with. It helps us when we come to meet with you because we know who to bring to that meeting. The next item that we have is the Affiliate Data Center. And our office administers the local Affiliate Data Center under state contract for New York State Department of Labor. We are a clearinghouse for stats. So any business planning that you're doing, if you need statistics to help make a business plan, to help you obtain some financing, we can certainly get you that information. We have someone on our staff here who is more than happy to help you, and we encourage you to give us a call, and we'll take that time to dig deep into the stats and get you the information that you're looking for. One of the power programs that's offered through our office, or the power program, I should say, is Empower Niagara. In order to qualify for this program, you have to be located in Niagara County, not receive any reimbursement from any other utility company when it comes to low-cost power. And if you're looking to acquire or expand a business, build a new facility, or purchase any additional machinery and equipment that is going to result in a new net load of at least 50 kW, and it's going to help retain and create more jobs, then this would be a great program for you to learn more about. At the bottom there, we have a link from our website, which takes you not only to the some more information, but also the application. And certainly give our office a call, and we would love to be able to walk that application through for you. But we realize with the cost of energy that everybody's looking to save. And if you meet this criteria, it's a great program for you. Two programs that are offered through the New York Power Authority. One is expansion and replacement power. With this, you need a net load of 100 kW, and you need to be located within a 30-mile radius of the Niagara Power Project in Lewiston. With this program, it's based on job creation and retention, as well as capital investment. So if you're looking to do a big project, this would be something to consider. Another program that NYPA offers is the Recharge New York program. This is a statewide program which looks to curb costs and create electrical cost stability for businesses. Applications are done through the New York State Consolidated Funding application, which is actually going on right now. So for either of these programs, you want to learn more, there's some contact information there. There's a phone number for Recharge, and we would encourage you to request to speak with Rich Smith. He is the economic development person for NYPA, and he would be able to help walk you through if you feel like you would qualify for either of these programs. One more program that I wanted to mention today is the Commercial Property Clean Energy Program. It's called EIC Open Sea PACE. And Niagara County is a member municipality, as are the cities of Lockport, Niagara Falls, and North Tonawanda. This is a unique program because it channels capital funding to industrial, commercial, and nonprofit building owners for upgrades. So if you're looking to do renewable energy or energy efficient upgrades of your building, this may be a great program for you to consider. And the financing is up to 100% of the cost of the project. Again, call our office, or you can go right to the website there for EIC PACE to learn more about it. And the final program that I wanted to mention today, or the final item, is our Niagara County Site Finder. This is a great tool to use if you are looking for property or a building. We work with Invest Buffalo Niagara. It's their commercial listing service. So as properties become online, they get added into this application where you can search. So if you're looking to buy property, purchase a building, lease, you're concerned about square footage, whether it has rail access or bays for trucks, all of that information is included. There's dozens of reports that you can pull out to see if this would be a good fit for you, and it covers all municipalities across the county. So again, there is the link at the bottom to see that, and we would encourage, if you're looking for any kind of new facility for your business, to take a look at that Site Finder. Again, my name is Kathy Steinor. Right here, I have Commissioner Casale's contact information. If you are interested in any of the programs that I mentioned today, I would encourage you to reach out to him or to me, and we will look to set up a meeting with you so we can go over exactly what your needs are and see how we can help you. With that, our next presenter is Jeremy Gertz from the Niagara County Industrial Development Agency. Jeremy, take it away.
Thank you, Kathy. Like Kathy said, my name is Jeremy Gertz. I'm a project manager here at the Niagara County IDA, and I just want to go over some of our incentives that we offer and go over what exactly an IDA is. Do I have to press the slides, Kathy, or?
Sorry.
That's okay.
There you go.
Thank you. So IDAs were created through General Municipal Law Article 18A in 1969, and shortly thereafter, the Niagara County IDA was created. So the purposes of an IDA is to promote, develop, and encourage development through construction and building improvements, and that advances job opportunities and general prosperity here and the standard of living. So what are tax incentives? The three main components to IDA incentives. We got real property tax abatement, also known as a payment in lieu of taxes or a pilot. So what this is an abatement of property tax for a scheduled period of time based on the assessment. However, it's important to keep in mind and to know that the full tax is always paid on the raw land. For example, if a piece of land is generating $5,000 in property taxes and someone comes in and constructs a building, their assessment will increase and their new tax bill would say be $50,000. So they would still pay the full $5,000 on the land, and the pilot would only be applied to the additional new $45,000 in taxes. The second component is sales tax abatements on construction materials, machinery and equipment, installation of machinery, furnitures and fixtures, and things like that. And lastly, we abate the mortgage recording tax. So the mortgage recording tax here is 1%, and we abate 3/4 of that, with the other quarter of that staying with the NFTA. So why are these tax incentives needed? Well, number one, they encourage new investment and job creation. They make expansion financially viable, and they keep Niagara County and New York competitive. What are some of the benefits? Well, as you can see here, it attracts new investment. It creates construction jobs. And then once the project is complete, it creates new and permanent jobs, which in turn increases the total tax base. So the permanent long-time jobs also have a multiplying effect on the rest of the community. So the types of projects that we can assist with, we can incentivize a whole slew of them. Manufacturing, processing, warehouse, distribution, research and development, commercial facilities like office buildings and hotels, tourist destinations. And to be called a tourist destination, it has to be based on a determination of visitors coming from out of the area. Healthcare facilities, senior housing, market rate housing, transportation like airports, railroads, water ports. There is some qualifying retail, and it's not something that we generally incentivize, but the state statute does provide an exemption if the retail facility is in an area where the poverty level is above 20% and 1.5% higher than New York State unemployment. So if it's above the poverty level and has a higher unemployment rate over 1.5% than New York State, then we can do it. I do think it's important to mention that our board, which approves every project, is really ingrained in our county, and they understand the landscape and different needs of each community, and they take all of this into account when considering approval of a project. So how do we perform this pilot? So what we do is called a leaseback transaction. So in order to provide the incentives, the IDA enters into a paper transaction with the company where we, the NCIDA, will lease the facility and then lease it back to the company. We don't actually take ownership of the company or the property. This leaseback transaction allows us to get, Niagara County real property, to remove the property from Section 1 of the tax rolls and put it on Section 8, the tax exempt rolls. Then we'll insert the pilot schedule, and then the company is billed based on that schedule. So as you can see on this chart here, the pilot schedule is based on the NCIDA's uniform tax exempt policy. And it's based on industry type. For example, there's an enhancement for brownfields because there's typically an increased cost at those sites for cleanup and the economically distressed areas. So we work in connection with the host municipality to determine the need for the project. So unfortunately, not all projects will qualify for tax incentives, and sometimes it doesn't even make sense to use an IDA benefit. In those cases, a company can apply for a New York State 485B, which is a real property tax exemption. The chart below will show which municipalities participate in this. So if you have improvements that are above $10,000, you can apply through your local assessor's office for the benefit, and you receive an abatement for 10 years based on the schedule shown here. The last thing I'd like to talk about is our micro enterprise program. So Niagara County started a micro enterprise program a few years ago to provide grants to small businesses. The cities in Niagara County each have their own micro enterprise programs, but we created ours to provide equity throughout the county. All the programs are very similar, and you can receive grants up to $25,000. Applicants work with the Small Business Development Center, and a representative will help them develop a business plan and fill out the application. Awardees must either be a person who is low to moderate income or agree to hire someone who is LMI qualified. And we just got a new batch of money and are currently accepting applications for our new batch of micro grants here through the county. So that's all I have for us today in my section. Again, my name is Jeremy Gertz. I'm a project manager here at the IDA. If any of this rings a bell and seems like it might work for you and your projects, please feel free to give me a call at the number listed below, and I'd be happy to help you out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Our next presenter is from the Small Business Development Center. Maureen Henderson is the director.
I forgot to unmute myself. You warned me. Good morning, everybody. And thank you, Kathy, for putting this together. This is one of my favorite webinars because we used to do it as a road show and travel all over. And we never had great attendance. And now as a webinar, we get so many folks that we're able to get this information out to. So I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so as Kathy said, I'm Maureen Henderson. I'm the director of the Niagara Small Business Development Center. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we can help you with. So next slide, please. So we are part of the New York Small Business Development Center. There are 22 centers all over the state. We're each associated with a SUNY or CUNY school. And we are funded partially through the SBA, partially through SUNY, and then some additional other nonprofit and private organizations we do receive some funding through. So we measure our worth in what we help our clients obtain. So that includes the funding they obtain, whether it's their own equity, grants like the micro enterprise grant that Jeremy just talked about, or loans through traditional lenders like banks. We track that. We also track how many jobs they create or save due to the assistance they get from us. And also how many, if we have clients that are working on government contracting or that are able to do some work with the government, we also do like to track those numbers so that we can show how much we have helped in the community, and also to encourage ourselves and make sure we meet our goals and what we're here to do. Okay, next slide. So we are able to help anyone who is a small business, whether you are existing and have been in business for a few years, maybe you are the third generation owner, maybe you just have a business idea and you need somewhere to start, someone to talk to. What are the steps you need to take? We can do that. We go by SBA standards, which for most industries is 550 employees. There are a few industries where it goes more strictly with sales numbers, but for the most part, 550 employees or less. So that's a lot of businesses in Niagara County for sure. Okay, next slide. We can help with pretty much anything. If you need marketing help, business plan development, startup information, maybe you're just wondering what programs are out there, and you kind of remember that maybe, you came to one of these and somebody mentioned energy program. Well, we can help you connect with who that is if you can't remember. If you are a veteran, a woman, a minority owned business, there may be certifications that could help your business if you're looking at contracting with the government. We have a couple programs that are pretty specific to us that I'd like to mention. First is our research librarians. We have 4 full-time research librarians at our Albany office, our central location. They work just for us and our clients. So they have access to a lot of paid resources that most of us don't. So if you're looking for industry information, you're a B2B business and you're looking for contact lists for your target market, that other type of business, they can find that. Consumer mapping is really cool. Maybe you're looking at expanding to a new location and you want some historical information on who is buying what you're selling in what geographic areas. They can help with that as well. And then lastly, I want to mention our BidLinks program. So BidLinks is a proprietary program that was developed for us, and it is for government contracting. It's a government contracting search engine, essentially. We create a profile for you. We put in some keywords, some codes, and I would help you with that, or your advisor with figuring out what those are. Then every day it scours over 3,000 different sources of where contracts could be listed, and then emails you with that. And that includes New York State Contract Reporter, it includes FedBizOpps, it includes other states, and we can narrow down that list as much as you want or leave it as broad as you want. So that's another neat thing. So to save you some time, if that is what you're looking into. Okay, next slide. So the biggest things to remember about us, why we're so great, is number one, we're free. We're paid for mostly through the SBA, so mostly in your tax, so with tax money. So there's no charge for our services, for BidLinks, for our research librarians, for our one-on-one counseling. All that is completely free. We do offer trainings. We try to keep those free or as low cost as possible. And we don't have anything planned right now because we just finished our 8-part series, but we will be running that again in the fall. And also everything with us is confidential. We don't share that information with anyone. We don't sell it. We don't give it to these other organizations that are here today. Everything is completely confidential and just between you and the SBDC. So as I mentioned, really our meat and potatoes is really our one-on-one counseling. You meet one-on-one with a counselor, no cost. We do have offices in Sanborn and Niagara Falls, and lots of other opportunities of, if you would rather meet someplace else, we work a lot. I've been in contact with Heather and Tom Sy recently about using their offices for space to meet. And but we also have some training programs. We have an 8-part series that is great. We run it twice a year, in the spring and in the fall. It's in the evening, and we've been lucky enough where we have been able to do it hybrid. So you can either come to class in person or you can do it virtually. And there's no cost for that. And you are able to just come to one class or as many classes as you want. And if you are applying for one of the grants through the IDA, or when Laura and Heather talk about grant programs that they have and have had in the past, this entrepreneur series will satisfy the educational component, because there is some education you need to go along with that application. We are lucky enough to be able to take advantage of trainings from every center. Most centers are still doing trainings via webinar. And so you can go to our state website, which I've listed here, nysbdc.org, and check out the tab that says trainings and see what is going on all over the state. So if you're looking for a specific training, maybe in cybersecurity, or you're a restaurant business and you want a little bit more specific information, we have lots of great trainings going on right now. And then lastly on this slide, joining our newsletter, you can shoot us an email or go on our website, which I believe is on the last slide, and sign up for our newsletter. You can just shoot us an email and say, add me to the list, or you can go on and sign up. And then you'll get a newsletter once a month on lots of goings on around the county, what we have to offer, and just keep updated. So as I mentioned, we are located on the NCCC campus in Sanborn. We have an office at the Niagara Falls Culinary Institute, and certainly remote via email or phone, or we absolutely are willing to travel around the county to meet with clients. We know that it can be tough, especially if you maybe are, well, either if you're running a business or starting a business, just to find time in your day. So we're glad to find a space to meet. Everything is by appointment, so we do ask that you call first. Don't just show up, because chances are there will not be an advisor available. We usually book a couple weeks out, especially in the summer. So we've we've been around since 1984, our center. That is when New York SBDC first started. We're one of the 4 original centers. And these are just some of the numbers of clients that we have helped and worked with in our area. We are not strictly Niagara County. You don't have to just be in Niagara County. You have to be doing business in New York State. But you can be in Erie. We have lots of clients, Erie County, Orleans County, Wyoming County. And we've helped quite a few over the years. And I can tell you I have 3 full-time advisors and 1 part-time advisor, and we all really enjoy what we do. We're all very passionate about small business. So here's our contact information. If you're interested in making an appointment with an advisor, you can either go directly to our website, niagarasbdc.org, and there is a link or a button where you can click and say make an appointment or meet with an advisor. I apologize, I don't know exactly what it says, but something like that. Or you can just give us a call at 716-210-2515, and we will get you started.
Thank you, Maureen.
Thank you,
Some
Kathy.
great information you shared. And just like this slide says, if you have questions, please go ahead and type them in the box and we will respond to them. Our next presenter is Tommy Tedesco. He is the Executive Director of the NFC Development Corporation in the city of Niagara Falls.
Thank you, Kathy. Good morning, everybody. Again, Tommy Tedesco, Executive Director, NFC Development Corporation. The NFC Development Corporation is simply the city of Niagara Falls' banking and lending arm. We are the bank for the city of Niagara Falls. I'm also the Business Development Director here in the Department of Economic Development. Next slide, please. Thank you, Kathy. Some of our newer programs that we now have, as the city received its share of American Rescue Plan funds. These are our federal funds. The city of Niagara Falls established a program. Obviously, the local business owners want to better protect their businesses, their property. So we've established a security camera rebate program for businesses. It's available to all businesses. Your business license fee must be paid and current. You could get that business license application on the city's website under the city clerk's page. And that address for the city's website is niagarafallsusa.org, niagarafallsusa.org. Get your business license, head down to the city clerk's office. The rebate is up to $700 for the camera only, for the actual physical security camera only. We do not rebate the installation fees, and we will not rebate any of the subscription fees. We do need to see the proof of purchase, cancel check, a paid invoice. So you would go ahead, purchase the camera, install the camera. Then at that point in time, please contact our office, hand in your application. I will contact our Niagara Falls Police Department. They will come out and do an inspection, make sure that the system has night vision and a few other options, requirements on that the camera has to have. And at that point in time, I will put in your rebate request for up to $700. Happy to announce a couple months back, we now include local not-for-profit organizations. So that is something new here in the city of Niagara Falls. So if you're a local not-for-profit business, please reach out. These applications are on the city's website. You can download an application. You can give our office a call at 286-4482, 286-4482, or I'd be happy to come out and visit your business and drop off an application. Next slide, Kathy. Thank you. One of our other programs as part of the when the city received the American Rescue Plan funds, $3 million was set aside for the Minority and Women Business Enterprise Grant Program. This program is available until April the 30th of 2024. So you have some time left, but the clock is moving. The grant, if you're a New York State certified MWBE business, the grant is up to $50,000. That is very nice to assist an MWBE business. If you're a non-New York State certified business, the grant is up to $25,000. Again, as you see here on the slide, some of the bullet points which you must have. Again, the business license must be paid up in full. Again, I keep mentioning that. A business plan. You have to have a business plan, of course. We always recommend Maureen Henderson's group and her team, and I'm in her office. Great folks. They do a wonderful job. Also, the tax returns, as you can see there on the slide, we require on 3-year tax returns. We do have a minimum credit score, a credit score of 600 or higher. Also, the businesses that we assist include manufacturing, warehousing, retail, and or service. We do not assist any home-based, any residential businesses at this time. Ineligible businesses that we cannot assist include liquor stores, gambling parlors, massage parlors, and again, no residential home-based, as I mentioned. And what else? Yes, again, this information and application is available on the City of Niagara Falls' website on the home page. You will see under quick links on the left side of the City of Niagara Falls' homepage. Again, that website, as you see there on the bottom right of the slide, niagarafallsusa.org, niagarafallsusa.org. You can download an application. You could give my office here a call, 716-286-4482. The number is on the bottom left there. Or I'd be happy to come on out and visit your business. Thanks, Kathy.
Tommy, we do have a question from somebody.
Sure.
They're wondering if their business has been ongoing less than 3 years, is this a program that they could qualify for?
And the answer
So
is yes.
Okay.
Yes, if you're a startup business, existing business, yes.
That's great.
Yes.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.
Our next presenter is Laura Wilson. She is the Executive Director of the Lumber City Development Corporation. Laura, the floor is yours.
All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Laura Wilson. I'm the Executive Director of Lumber City Development Corporation. We are the economic development agency for the city of North Tonawanda. We are able to assist new and expanding businesses with site selection, lending, and grant programs to help your business grow. Currently, similar to the city of Niagara Falls and the county, we also have a micro enterprise program, which is perfect for small startup businesses with 5 or fewer employees. Through this program, we can offer up to $35,000 for furniture, fixtures, equipment, startup costs, anything except for building improvements, really. Similarly to our friends in the county and the falls, there is a job creation requirement with this program. So all businesses will be required to create 1 job, which is made available to a low-income person. Or if the owner themselves is considered low income, we can meet the requirement that way. For larger businesses with more than 5 employees, we also have the ability to access larger grant and loan programs through New York State. These can provide up to $750,000 in funding, but these programs are strictly based on job creation. So the more jobs you create, the more funding you can get. For all of our grant and loan programs that we offer, we do require a business plan. So like Maureen said, definitely reach out to her and her team. They are a wonderful asset to our community. All of their services are free, and they can really help you refine and develop your business plan, which is what we, need to lend this money. For our commercial properties along the downtown and Oliver Street corridors, we recently launched a facade program with funding through the Downtown Revitalization Initiative. This program will offer eligible commercial property owners with up to $50,000 for exterior facade enhancements. So signage, windows, lighting, paint, doors, really anything on the facade of the building. This program does require a 20% match from the property owner. It has gone live as of last week and applications are due back on July 17th. So for any NT people that are on this webinar, all the application materials are on our website and our Facebook page. And really, if you're looking to open or expand your business within the city of North Tonawanda, just give us a call. We're always here to help. My contact information is on the slide, and I look forward to hearing from some of you. Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you, Laura. A lot of great information there. Our next presenter is Heather Peck, the new president and CEO of the Greater Lockport Development Corporation, or the GLDC. Heather, take it away.
Thanks, Kathy. I know I'm still getting used to that title. I think it's been about a week. So hi, everybody. Good morning. Thank you, Kathy, and the folks at the IDA for putting this together. It's a wonderful opportunity. As Kathy said, I am Heather Peck. I'm the president and CEO of the Greater Lockport Development Corporation. I am going to talk about our microenterprise program that we currently have available. But I always say at the beginning of these workshops, if you are a business in the city of Lockport or you are thinking about opening a business in the city of Lockport, my contact information is in the workshop slides. Please get a hold of us. We are here to help and we want to help. And just because I'm talking about one program or a specific grant program, we are constantly applying or looking to apply for alternative funding. So even if you're a business and perhaps this particular program may not apply or you don't think it's the best fit, there are always opportunities that we have or perhaps may be coming available. So please get in touch with us and let us know what your needs as a business are. As I said, we're here to help. But again, I do want to talk about our microenterprise program that we have available. Very similar to the county's program, to NT's and the Falls' program. This program is for businesses located in the city of Lockport. You must have a brick and mortar location within the city to be eligible. This program is for businesses that have 5 total employees or less, for new businesses, for startups, and or expanding businesses. So existing businesses are eligible as well. We do require that business plan. You heard other folks mention that, and Maureen, and I just want to echo the other sentiments. The folks at SBDC do a wonderful job, so thanks to them. So make an appointment and develop your business plan. They are wonderful to work with, and they can help you from start to finish. Projects similar to the other programs funded through this program must benefit low to moderate income individuals. This means that either the business owner receiving grant funds must be considered low or moderate income, or the project must create at least one full-time job that will be made available to individuals with low to moderate income. And we can talk about that if you're interested in the program a little bit more. Again, just contact me for more information. Grants will range from $5,000 to $20,000. The program is 100% reimbursable, which means that if you are awarded funding, business owners must provide proof of purchases upfront, and then we will reimburse you. Funding right now, because we are at the tail end of this program, is very limited. It will be awarded on a first submitted, first eligible basis. But again, we are constantly applying for more funding. So if you don't make it for this round, there will be future rounds that will be available. My contact information, again, is up on the screen there. Please connect with me, call me, email me. If you're interested in this particular program, the application is on the city's website at lockportnewyork.gov/GLDC. And with that, I'll turn it back to Kathy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Heather. Our final presenter of today is Thomas Tsai. He is the Coordinator of Economic Development for the Town of Lockport, IDA.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with my peers and bat cleanup, if you will, this morning. I'll try and be brief. The Town of Lockport does operate its own industrial development agency and probably most notably operates a fairly large industrial park in the Town of Lockport. That park currently is about 290 acres and is home to a fairly diverse group of 16 manufacturers, logistic and data entry companies, certainly including Yahoo, but most importantly provides employment for over 500 individuals. We do still have land available on a limited basis if your company's looking to relocate. The parcels we have now probably range from 1.5 acres really now down to probably 6 or 7 acres, as we have 2 new projects queued up to come into the park later this year. I would also mention that there still is which is fairly rare in Western New York, an existing industrial high bay site, former Avient Poly 1 building, which is a 40,000 square foot light manufacturing building with rail access. That property is currently being listed by CBRE if you are interested. It's a great property. Was sad to see that company leave Western New York, yet I think this facility really will be perfect for a new business and hopefully new employment in the area. Like my peers, our industrial development agency really uses the same kind of arrows in our quiver to support your business. Everything from the real property tax pilots to sales tax exemptions, as well as the mortgage recording tax in select projects. So we also really consider ourselves just a general resource. And if the town of Lockport isn't a fit, we'd be more than happy to partner with and pass folks off to our peers, be it the city, the county, or what it may be. So if you're interested in learning more about the one facility that's available, or if you're interested in learning about just exactly what open parcels we may have available, you can see my contact information there on the screen. And just want to continue, just close by saying, hopefully, all the programs you've heard today, that there must be something that's going to be beneficial for you, and we encourage you to reach out.
Thank you, Tom. As I was listening to all of the presentations today, I definitely got one theme. It's we're here, we have programs for you, and we're here to help. So we encourage you to reach out to us, send us an email, and we'd love to meet with you and be able to help you in your business. Just a couple more items before we close out for today. I did want to remind you that I know I mentioned at the beginning, today is day 1 of our workshop series for 2023. We have 5 workshops planned, the one we did today. The next one is scheduled for a couple weeks from now. We're going to be talking about state and federal business programs. So they will be talking about tax credits, grants through the state. If you're looking to become a federal contractor, if you have export or import, you're looking to get into that. There's going to be some great programs that are talked about. We encourage you to sign up for that one. Then in September, we will be covering workforce and training in depth. There's a lot of great programs with that. There's tax breaks and incentives to hire, and we can assist you with training some of your employees. So we would encourage you to participate in that one. Brownfield cleanup is going to be a new item this year for us. A lot of people don't know that Niagara County's Brownfield program is nationally recognized. And our Brownfield program manager, Amy Fisk, will be on hand to discuss the program and ways that the county can assist business owners or developers looking to repurpose land. And then finally, to round out this year in November, we're going to be talking about energy efficiency and low-cost power programs. Some of the ones I highlighted today, getting a little more in depth with those, as well as some other ones. So we would encourage you to go to our website there at the bottom, niagaracountybusiness.com/featured.events, where you went to sign up for this workshop. And we would encourage you to sign up for all of them, because each one's going to be different this year, and they are all jam-packed with great information. And as we wrap up today, I want to thank all of the attendees for participating and attending this workshop. You will receive a survey when you click to exit the workshop today. We would love your feedback. We do look at it. We use it as we plan future events. So we would really appreciate that. And we hope to see you again at a future event. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good morning.